All right, girl, it's a brand new year. What's the overview for all of us look like?
There you go. Jupiter goes through two signs this year. The first 6 months it spends in Gemini, and then in the end of June it goes into the sign of Cancer. So wherever Jupiter is where you can expand things, and I thought I would go through all 12 signs and tell you where you can find this stuff at. I'm going to start with Aries because it's the first sign of the zodiac, even though we're in the sign of Capricorn. For Aries, this year, their pace of their day-to-day living picks up. They have to find a way over the first 6 months of this year so that their words reach a larger audience, that they have a greater impact, that something that has to do with short distance, short duration travel comes to be for them. Legal matters, educational matters, getting an advanced degree or certificate, all well within the area that Aries would do very well with that. And then the second half of the year, they work on their foundations, their home, their property, real estate, either refurbishing it, remodeling it, doing a better job with it, or even purchasing real estate if they're not planning on living there right away, which sounds like a good thing for the economy.
Yeah.
For Tauruses, they make more money between January and June than they have any time in the last 10 years or so. It's a great opportunity for them. Jupiter's in their second house of money, and this is through earned income on their part, the fruits of their labor. They're great at making money for other people, as Pat does, but this is more along the lines of increasing their own bottom line, their own dollars. And then the second half of the year, they take that show on the road. Again, short distance, short duration travel. Contracts, negotiations, agreements all work out very, very favorably for the Taurus the second half of the year.
Okay.
For Geminis, the first half of the year is about them, their wants, their needs, finishing what they started June, July, and August of last year, all come to be for the Gemini during the first 6 months of this year. New partnerships, new arrangements, individual things, brand new health plan for them. And then the second half of the year, they make a ton of money between July and December, and it's their best opportunity since 2002 to increase their coffers. For Cancers, the first half of the year they move very, very slowly, which tells me, although because the United States is a Cancer, and even though our economy is going to recover, we really don't see it going like gangbusters till this summer. But the good news is the housing industry picks up during the summer for them. So for Cancers, they want to finish up projects that they have already started over the last 10 years or so. And then starting in about July or so, the emphasis is on them, on their wants, on their needs. And it's a new start for them. It's their best new start since 2002 for Cancers. For Leos, the first half of the year is to achieve a long-standing hope, wish, goal, or objective that will take a group effort, more than one person to do. And it's, although it appears to be good for the group, it really is good for the Leo. And then the second half of the year, the Leo goes, oh my God, I've bitten off way more than I could chew. Because it's a matter of they've gotten what they've asked for,
right,
what they've wished for, and then they have to find a way to incorporate it into their already busy lives. And I got to tell you, it's going to take them a good 6 months before they feel that they're back ahead of the power curve again for them.
Okay.
For Virgos, it's in their 10th house of career and public standing. And Virgos either get to consolidate two jobs into one good one, or achieve my dream of doing a job once and being paid for it more than once. But professional opportunities abound for Virgo the first 6 months of the year. And it's what they tried to put into effect from June, July, August, and September that kind of fell apart. It comes back with a much better option for the Virgo. And then the second half of the year, based on their new position, Virgos get to help females achieve a long-standing hope, wish, goal, or objective. It benefits the Virgo, but it's not about getting the Virgo what the Virgo wants. For Libras, it's in their 9th house of the law. Legal matters, contracts, negotiations, important matters at a distance go very, very well for Libra. Educational opportunities abound. But the biggest thing is the law's on the Libra side, and when the law's on your side, you need to use it, Andrew. And then the second half of the year, it's in their 10th house of career and public standing, and they get career advancement, something they've been working on for 4 years, finally pays off for the Libra between July and December. For Scorpios, the money gods smile on them the first half of the year, and they get to maximize either existing resources or benefit from a partner's resource. But money sort of flows their way, and it's not through earned income, it's through unearned income. Inheritance, insurance, my favorite way to get it. But it really indicates that a maximizing of existing resources rather than seeking out new ones. And then the second half of the year, long-distance travel happens for the Scorpio. Legal matters go very well. The law's on their side. And they get to spread their philosophy around their particular world. For Sagittarians, it's in their 7th house of partners. They're in the spotlight for one reason or another the first 6 months of the year.
Okay.
Their public image is good. A lot more people are talking about them. Sagittarians take a step forward and kind of step up to the job that they consolidated last year. They kind of step up to that. And then if they're single, they attract someone. If they're married, their marriage goes well. And then the second half of the year for Sagittarians, the chiefest sign of the zodiac, the money gods smile on them. And money flows their way. So I say they should pick up the tab because it's unearned income rather than earned income. For Capricorns, it's in their 6th house of work. Capricorns have been doing 2 or 3 jobs, none of them really being everything the Capricorn wants. Well, sometime between January 30th and June, that gets consolidated into one fabulous job.
Okay.
And then once they've done that, then they get to put their money where their mouth is, because they've always said, well, if I could do this and this, I would then do this and this, and the universe is going to say, okay, let's see what you got. It also goes very well for partnerships. Single Capricorns marry or attract the right partner, and married ones, their partnership goes well. For Aquarians, I would love to be an Aquarian this year because this is the most fun time for them. Jupiter's in their 5th house of love affairs, children, sports, amusements, pleasures, which gotta be good for Joe Madden, for crying out loud, an Aquarian.
It's the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Yes, it is. And for them, it's a matter of, I knew you would say that. That music will be in my head all day now.
Okay.
But for them, it really is a fun time. It brings the love back into the Aquarian's life, and they need to be careful because it also brings children, both physical children and children of the mind. And then for the last sign, Pisces, they really need to work on things at home. There is something that has gone on that they've been trying since June, July, and August to secure their home and their foundations. And I think something new comes to light over the next 3 or 4 months or so that changes things in some way for the Pisces and revitalizes them and restores their faith. And then as a result of that, the second half of the year, they have a great time. Unleash their creativity and follow it. See where it takes them to. So Mercury retrogrades the end of February, beginning of March. It retrogrades the end of June, beginning of July. And then it retrogrades the middle of October to the middle of November. So that's tomorrow's news today.
That's
for
it
the
for
12
2013.
sides of the zodiac for 2013. Yeehaw.
See you next week.
See you next week. Always a pleasure.